was just beautiful.
Yes, sparkling diamonds all around. It is just gorgeous.
Just like everyone in here, sparkling
That's
diamonds
right.
all
Look
around.
at all of these wonderful people. So good morning and Merry Christmas. I'm Eva McGinnis, your celebration host today, and on behalf of Unity in the Olympics, I welcome all of you to the Sunday celebration service on Christmas Day. Wow. Our ministry coordinator is B.A. Huffman, is sharing a message and music today for the very last time, but we will hold him in our hearts forever. Our audiovisual team is Merlin Fisher and Bill Evans, and looks like Glenn is sitting back there too. Are you helping out this morning? Apprenticing. With online Zoom assistance from Tim West. Hello, Tim.
Merry Christmas, Tim in Missouri.
Yes.
Yeah.
Prayer chaplain Tim West shares his prayer with us via video, while also holding the high watch for us from his home in Missouri. If you would like a prayer partner following the service today, please see one of our prayer chaplains, Charles, Tia, or Sandra. Yes.
Or Pat, or
Pat too.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyone. Yes.
We especially welcome those of you joining us online. No matter what our location is, we are always at the right and perfect time, at the right and perfect place. Thank you for joining us. And now let us bless the children here in this place, here in our hearts, and throughout the world, and the child within. You are smart, you are kind,
and you are important. And we see the divine light inside you, and we love everything about you, just the way you are. Thank you, Eva. So today's service is jam-packed with lots of Christmas stuff. And so the order is a little bit cattywampus. So I like that word, cattywampus. I was actually trying to write a song about that, and the only thing that came up was rhymed with compass. Like, I'm looking for a compass because my world's cattywampus, but nothing else came after that, so that's why this song went. Anyway, today's service is a little bit out of order as to what you're used to, but we're just going to go with the flow of it, and you'll see why. I think we're all going to be moved and touched in many ways today, and we just stay with the flow. So that being said, if you are feeling up to standing up and you are able, please join with me in singing "Joy to the World." We've got 3 verses of it, all right? Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of his righteousness, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. There it is. Let all their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills, and plains repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy. Yes, joy to the world. What's that? You love Christmas songs. Yes, they're so wonderful. They're a great part of our heritage. And it's funny when I start looking at some of the lyrics of them, I'm saying, oh, I mean, did you ever just you look at some of these and you're like, wow, that's a different thing than I was thinking, but you have to really dig in and find them. But even if it's something that sounds strange to you, it's always that wonderful feeling of the melody, right? the melody, the heritage of all of those. So yeah, we celebrate. So we're actually up to announcements. We're going to do announcements. It doesn't mean we're done with the service. I know that's usually at the end. I know the smell of the food is like, oh, we're done. But no, we've got a little ways to go. So my paper here says Monday midday meditation is tomorrow. Today is Sunday, Christmas Day. Tomorrow midday meditation is at noon on Zoom with prayer chaplains Tim West and Sandra Blanchard. So that's on Zoom, and you would probably be getting the link in your emails. So there we go. Eva, what else do we have?
Well, next Sunday is January 1st. We get to be here on another holiday. Wonderful. And services will be led by celebration host Glenn Jones, the apprentice there, prayer chaplain Sandra Blanchard, and our speaker will be Dr. Bill Evans. Yay. Come and start off the new year by joining in the love and the fellowship that has come to characterize this beautiful church and our congregation so uniquely.
True. Next announcement is this past week, the Board of Trustees met in their December meeting and did elect officers. We had been without a president for the last 2 months officially, but now we have our board president is Tim West. He's president and secretary. So thank you, Tim, on Zoom. And as many of you know, Tim has served this church for many years in multiple capacities. And so he now moves into the role of president, helping to guide us forward here. Sandra Blanchard remains vice president. Susan Hilgren has agreed to be treasurer. Thank you, Susan. And Star Pittman, of course, continues on as a trustee and board member. So thank you very much. And I just want to make sure that we all knew what was happening with our board of trustees now. All right.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, all of the board of trustees. Without your guidance, we couldn't continue to be as wonderfully engaged as we all are. So thank you. And of course, we're smelling it, but join us in the fellowship room immediately following today's service for wonderful fellowship, coffee, delicious tea, delicious food, and to wish a fond farewell to BA. So what's for lunch?
Yeah, what is for lunch? We
got ham and scalloped potatoes, and I made my muffins with pomegranate seeds.
Yum.
Yeah, and it looks like lots of good Christmas
cookies
goodies.
And cakes.
Of course.
Yummy things. I know that Pat brought in some cookies at least, right? Yes. Thank you. Mexican casserole. Yum. Yeah, so lots of delicious food. Yes, I bet that there's some almond roca. And fudge. Yes. Merry Christmas to me. All right. So yes, do we have any other announcements?
Any other announcements?
Okay, well then, because we can't get enough of Christmas carols, let's move on to sing, how about 2 verses? Nope, 3 verses. So we'll get those slides going along for the next one. Of Angels We Have Heard on the High, we can get our Gloria going on, all right? Let's stand up for this. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply echo back their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your joyous strains prolong? What the gladsome tidings be, which inspire your heavenly song? Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria excelsis Deo. Come to Bethlehem and see him whose birth the angels sing. Come adore on bended knee Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. One of my favorites. Of course, I always run out of breath in the middle of it. But anyone else? Anybody make it through the whole thing without? So, Renee, good morning. Renee Renninger. Did I say that right? Jones. Renninger. Sorry. There we go. Oh, well, this is Renee and a smiling face, and Rob, another smiling face, and they're going to take us through the Advent candle lighting today. Nice and close with that microphone so it almost gets lipstick on it.
Okay,
Beautiful.
can everyone hear
yes.
me? Merry Christmas! It's a rare treat to be able to celebrate Christmas Day on a Sunday morning with our spiritual family. The stories of the Nativity tell us that many types of people and creatures all came together for one common purpose: to celebrate the birth of Yeshua. That included rich kings, wise men, poor shepherds, and choirs of angels. It included all kinds of animals in the stable, and some say even a little drummer boy. And today, thanks to the teachings of Yeshua, we gather together with as much diversity or more as they did back then to celebrate his birth. After a month of anticipation, today we light the final candle of the Advent wreath, the Christ candle. This candle symbolizes not only the light of the Christ child, whose birth we celebrate, but also the light within each of us as our Christ self. Our enlightened essence is reborn and renewed. Let us say together, I am the light of the world,
and I share my light with you. Thank you, Renee. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. As you feel comfortable with this, please join me in singing and repeating this mantra, this musical mantra given to us. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. Tim West has made a video of the prayer this morning, so let's join him in prayer here.
On Wednesday, the longest night of the year, I offered, as we emailed out, a winter solstice blessing. For I was in this place of darkness and needed to affirm the power of the Christ light. As the unknown author's blessing read, may the longest night and the shortest day bring rest to your mind and soul, I pray. May you find guidance and may you find peace as the cycle of light will slowly increase. Embrace the magic that the darkness bears. Breathe deep in the chill and shift in the air. May you always be blessed with the light from within, and may well-being be yours as this new cycle begins. And the more it moved this blessing forward in my journey throughout the week, it became the words I needed to hear for the destination I truly desired to seek. And now we've come to a brand new day with new words as I continue to pray. And I say, thank you, Heavenly Creator. For today we celebrate the birth of your presence in our lives as we move to our higher consciousness in this place of being. May we continue to be your peace that passes all understanding. May we continue to be your love that all human life is demanding. And may we express as your joy in each moment we stand in on this holy planet as your child in this oneness. Today, may we begin to discover with new and awakening eyes the miracle of you with childlike wonder as we open to this divine surprise, as more and more of the expression of you come to light in our lives. Thank you for all the blessings you surround and abound us with, as we are forever grateful for all that is you and what we call to life. For I believe in you. As so it is so. Amen.
Amen.
I am Tim West, your prayer chaplain for today, and I truly thank Tia today for standing in for me in the physical presence. For I am Tim from wherever I am, wishing you a very Merry Christmas. God bless.
Merry Christmas, Tim. Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you so much, Tim. Thanks for coming to us from the Midwest. I love that mantra. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. Let's just say that again. I am the light
of the world, and I share my light with you.
So today's word, daily word, is, surprise, Christmas. And the scriptural reference is from Luke 2, chapter 2, verse 7. And she gave birth to her firstborn son, and wrapped him in bands of cloth, and laid him in the manger, because there was no place for them in the inn. Luke's gospel tells us that far from home, Mary and Joseph welcomed the child with only a stable filled with animals as a birthing place, and with a feeding trough, also called a manger, for a cradle. This story reminds us that no state of consciousness is too humble, no station of life is too lowly, and there is no fear that cannot give way to wonder. Wherever it finds a willing, welcoming heart, the Christ will be born. No matter how we are celebrating Christmas, we can carry this awareness with us. We experience the dawning of promise and potential as we feel the Christ presence afresh and anew within us. This is the greatest gift we could ever receive, and the best gift we have to give to others. Let's say that again. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you.
We can stay seated for this next carol. 2 verses. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Christ by highest heaven adored, Christ the everlasting Lord. Late in time, behold him come, offspring of the favored one. Veiled in flesh, the Godhead see, hail the incarnate deity. Pleased as man with men to dwell, Jesus our Emmanuel. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. So now, in a bit of a shift, we will come to a time of continuing our prayer. And usually at the end of the service, we gather in a circle, and we still will do that, but under a different pretense. But at this time is when we will offer up our gratitude, our blessings, our requests for prayer, just right here from your pews. And again, we will still gather in our circle at the end, but that'll be under a different pretense. So if you would just take a moment to do a collective breath, and we can close our eyes and feel the presence of each and every person here in this room, and each and every person who's watching us now. And feel the presence, the collective presence of this congregation. The spirit that each one of us adds to. We come as individuals, and yet we are a collective spirit as well. And we have one vision, and that vision is of love. And we affirm that. And we know that spirit is the way. And if there's anything that you wish to raise up now with the group that is a joy of yours, that is something amazing that has happened and you are so grateful for, please, now is the time to go ahead and raise those up. Thank you. It's been my blessing to be here. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We're open to see this reflection of the love of God, the love of Christ. I want to say that in Christ we made the blessing is all. And we are a blessing to Him, that we do one thing together here. What we do I know that the voice that this given to us from the realms of the angelic choirs has been brought to us for a reason. There's no accident. The choir, the awakening being has awakened the choir us. Those of us that there is no way to say thank you other than to continue that Christ presence, knowing that wherever VA is, God, the ground of the
Mm. Mm.
I thank him every single night that I'm here and I'm able to do a lot of things and let him guide 3 times in my life. And so, but he took me through everything.
We raise that up with you. Other joys to share, other gratitudes that don't involve BA?
I'm grateful for all the little birds and there that help feed in the snow and enjoy watching the dance.
Absolutely.
All those who help are helpers out in the world, the ones who take care of other people as if taking care of their own child. They bring out the Christ in all of us.
They do, yes. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Carol. It was a gift, yes. And do we have any prayer requests to raise up? These are affirmations. These are, we already know that the request is being filled, and is the potential for the perfect solution is always there. And so we raise our prayer requests not as not really so much as a request for something to be granted, but for an affirmation that it is already so. It is already in the realm of possibility. So if you have any affirmations / requests that you would like to make, this is that time now. We affirm the best possibility for that. We see that with you. Absolutely affirm that. Yes. Yes. Yes, we feel that. Yes.
And for all the families in Ukraine and Russia and throughout the world, wherever there is strife, wherever there is a need, may that need be filled with love and warmth and blessings.
We know that Spirit hears all of these requests and all these affirmations. We know that. And we know that all of these things are held in our hearts and in the heart of the universe, in the heart of God. And so we hold all these prayer requests up as already known, already solved, already granted, already done. And if we could all stand together and recite this collective prayer together as we close our time of prayer, we say, "Divine light of the world, we join together as individual parts of the divine oneness, uniting our hearts and our intentions into one prayer. We choose to be the light this day and every day. We celebrate and give thanks for the birth of Jesus, our teacher, our way shower, our example, and we recommit ourselves to living the way he lived, with love, humility, and compassion for all. We recognize the light in ourselves, in each other, and in each and every creation. As we speak it, so it is. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. We'll do this again. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. Thank you. I told you the service has a whole different order to it today. Thank you for walking with me. It's special, and it's live, and it's just right on the edge. I really appreciate you coming with me. This next part is I don't usually do this part of the service, but now is the time of year for reflecting on giving, right? This is the end of the year, and we talk about that a lot, right? And on supporting organizations and charities that are meaningful to us. And it is also a time when budgets are reviewed and financial decisions are made for the future. As this is the last week of the year, we're reminded to think prayerfully about how we can financially support this church. Currently, Unity in the Olympics is on track to fall short about $3,500 this year. All right, that's just the facts. All right, and although the colors of Christmas are red and green, we'd like to see more green than being in the red. Okay, so green is the color. If today, in all seriousness, if today or early this week before the end of the year, you are moved to raise your giving, it will certainly help us to meet our balance by the end of the year and meet with a positive balance. And it's also a time to prayerfully consider, as we go into the new year, what your financial contribution might be to this church. And if it's time to up that a little bit. And we all know that giving to our church isn't just about finances, and it's also about the time and the energy that we give. So I just wanted to, it's something that I haven't done during my time here, is to do that push, but this is the end of the year. So here's that push to say, either this week, if you can, get us over that edge. And if so, in addition to that, or instead of that, also just consider what your contributions might be for the coming year. So for that, we are most grateful. So if you would take whatever you are giving, either in your hands right now, or if you have already sent it in, or if you are giving to the church with your thoughts and prayers in your service, put that now in your hands or in your heart and hold it there. And we bless these gifts as we move them forward. And we say together our prayer: divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, I give in love. We sing, blessings come to me, abundance flows through me. I'm grateful for all I receive. When I give from inside, it comes back multiplied. It is so just as I believe. I am grateful for all I receive. Blessings come to me, abundance flows through me. I'm grateful for all I receive. When I give from inside, it comes back multiplied. It is so just as I believe. I am grateful for all I receive. When I give from inside, it comes back multiplied. It is so just as I believe. I am grateful for all I receive.
And we are so grateful for this community, for all of the tithes and blessings and your heart energy that you just shared with us, because it represents the light that we've been talking about, the light within that goes out to everyone you touch, everyone that you pray for, everyone that you hold as holy as it is today. So thank you, thank you, thank you for your support and for your love as it goes out into our community to do the work that needs to be done. And we also bless the offerings and the requests for prayers. We pray over these requests for our community here, for all your family and friends, with our prayer chaplains, and then we pass it on to Silent Unity, where they pray for it for another 30 days. So lots of positive energy, because you know that in our oneness, Spirit already knows what it is that we need, and it goes out. And already, before our requests are even out there, divine order is put on each and every request. So thank you, and thank you for bringing your Christ Spirit, renewing it today with us, because each and every one of us represents the newborn Christ in our hearts. Thank you.
Thank you, Eva. So take a deep breath. That time of prayer that we go through, our energy does come to a quiet and still place, but it's not a down place, right? We are still energized. If we're doing our prayers right, and I'm not going to say what's right or wrong, honestly. For me, if I'm doing my prayer right, it's not a depressing thing. It's an uplifting thing, right? So I just want to remind you of that. That's a great tool that I have learned in my own prayer, is if my prayers are bringing me down, I'm probably not doing the right thing. I'm asking the wrong person for the wrong thing. So my prayers are affirmations, and I encourage that for all of you. This song is a Christmas song I wrote that I've shared with you a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to share it again with you because it's incredibly important to me. And it's a Sunday and Christmas Day. I never get those together, right? This is very, this song means a lot to me because it is word for word, because I wrote it word for word. It is word for word what I get out of Christmas. Long ago and far away, on a silent night, the songs all say, a child was born, a quiet, humble birth. Wise men came, so the story goes, to kneel before this Christmas rose, and angels sang their songs of peace on earth. I've heard this tale for as long as I remember, and it's told again to remind us each December. There's a reason for the season. It's the birthday of a child who would grow to be our teacher, with his manner soft and mild. And of all the words he said, the most important ones I've read are the message that this season we recall. He said, "Love all." Christmas trees and Santa's sleigh all decorate this holiday, and every home's aglow with twinkling lights. A fireplace with stockings hung, the pies are baked, the carols sung. There's so much preparation for this night. We set the scene for Christmas each December, and we take the time to step back and remember. There's a reason for the season. It's the birthday of a child who would grow to be our teacher, with his manners soft and mild. And of all the words he said, the most important ones I've read are the message that this season we recall. Love all. Love all. The Christmas sales start earlier each year, and stress can grow each day as Christmas Eve draws near. We get caught up with doing more and more, losing sight of what it's really for. There's a reason for the season. It's the birthday of a child who would grow to be our teacher, with his manner soft and mild. And of all the words he said, the most important ones I've read are the message that this season we recall. Love all. Love all. So I ask this Christmas morn, let the love in me be born, like the tiny baby in that stall. Let me love all. Love all. Let me love all. That's hard sometimes. And that is the gift that I wake up to this morning. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about two things. Two things. Today, Christmas to me is, yes, love all. But Christmas to me also is about light. Right? We have the Christ candle. Christ gave us, Jesus, the birth of Jesus, gave us the gift of light. I have a question for you. Who invented the light bulb? Thomas Edison, right? Or not really. Because if you look it up, Thomas Edison actually is credited with inventing the light bulb in 1879, right? But actually, the first light bulb was invented in 1802 in London by a guy named Humphrey Davy in England. Humphrey Davy in 1802. And then it was invented again in 1840 in England. And then again in 1850 in the United States. Actually, the light bulb was invented several times. They say up to 50 times we had different light bulbs before Thomas Edison got his hands on it. Or he was also working on it. But he perfected the light bulb that we know of today. He's the one that made it more mass producible, right? In 1879. And he owned a big company, which would become General Electric. And he is the one who patented everything and made it work out. So we think Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but he actually perfected it, right? It was actually in place long before he got to be around. And since that time in 1879, and Bob knows this very well, but lighting has changed, right? Lighting has changed. So if we were to use the same light bulbs from 1879, well, we'd be wasting a lot of money. We'd have a lot of fires, and we wouldn't be well illuminated, right? What's that? There wouldn't be much light either. They don't last for very long, right? And we also have different kinds of like neon lights came around, right? Like New York City is full of neon lights, and so many of our businesses, like all those old signs from the 1950s when you travel on Route 66 and you see those great old hotel signs with neon lights, right? Street lights, Christmas lights, all different from when that first light bulb was created. LED lights. How about like if I go like that, my watch lights up. So many different things. How about the light that does the digital clock on your appliances, or the light bulb within your appliance? So many different types of light have come around since 1879. And some of the types of light bulbs were kind of annoying when they came around. Do you remember when fluorescent light first came around and you're like, ooh, I mean, it's really bright. That's great for my kitchen, but I don't look so good. I look washed out or something, you know? Or when LED lights first came out and they were first getting rid of fluorescent and they were going to LED light bulbs. This is about, what, maybe 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, everyone's switching to LED light bulbs. And in here we have a lot of LED light bulbs. And that was really uncomfortable for a while. Like, I think, to me, lighting is everything, right? Maybe it's because I'm in theater as well, and I'm like, oh yeah, I make sure I have the right color of spotlight, you know, or that kind of thing. Or, you know, I prefer in my house, everything is low lit. Lamps are down here. Anything overhead is just not so pleasing. That's just the way it is in my house. I had Bob, I was like, Bob, you've got to change these fluorescent light bulbs in the back of the church. I look back and there are 5 bulbs back there, but 2 of them are different colors than the other 3. It drives me crazy. Thank you, Bob, for that. And he's like, he's teasing me. He's like, boy, you are really, well, he didn't say picky. What did you say? OCD? Well, that would be it too. Yeah, admittedly, it's true. But my point is, this first point is that Jesus brings to us the message of light and love. And he wasn't the first. Just like Thomas Edison wasn't the first. That message has been brought by many people. There's one thing though, Jesus perfected that message. Jesus made it available to us, the common person, like Thomas Edison made the light bulb available to the common person. Because before that, it was the church. They were the only ones who you could be holy if you were a member of the deity of the clergy of the church. He gave us that connection, the direct connection to God. He told us that we are the light. He perfected that message. And I will go as far as to say is that message has also been updated and perfected even more since Jesus' time. Just like the light bulb and lighting has been changed and adapted for our modern needs, so is the message of love and light. Jesus is the one who first made that available to us, gave us that message of the light is within you. And there are so many other ways to see that in today's society. It doesn't negate that Thomas Edison is credited with the invention of the light bulb, and it doesn't negate the gift that Jesus gave to us at his birth 2,000 years ago. And yet it is current. The longer we lead our lives, the more current messages and ways to express this love and light are important. Or we're going to be stuck in 1879 or in 33 AD or in 400 AD when the first books of the Bible were being put together into that. Let's not stay stuck there. The other message that I want to bring up today is that at Christmas we have a long-standing tradition of giving and receiving gifts, right? And as the song I just sang to you, to me, one of the gifts, the most important, when I grew up reading the King James Version of the Bible, the words that Jesus spoke, supposedly, because no one who wrote the books were there at the time, so it was a little bit of the game of telephone, but the words that Jesus spoke were in red in my little Bible. I don't know if you ever had that, the red letter Bible. And if you read just those words, the message is so simple. It's so concise. It's without all this other stuff. It's love your neighbor, right? It's love all. That is the message. So that to me is one of the greatest gifts that comes from the man Jesus, who we celebrate his birth today, even though we don't know what day of the year it was. The other thing that Jesus said to us, he said, I am the light of the world. He also said, you are the light of the world. Another one of his, in the teachings, I didn't write down the scripture, but it's there. Ye are the light of the world. And he said, you don't put a light under a bushel, under a basket, under a bowl. The thing that speaks to me about this the most is the greatest gift, the greatest message that I take from Jesus, from unity, is that the light, that I am the light of the world. That's why I wrote this mantra, and I'm making you sing it over and over again today, and we're going to sing it some more. I am the light of the world. How many times during my week, and you can nod your heads if you agree, but how many times during my week do I not feel like I'm the light in this situation? I feel like I'm the crabby one that's, this or something. That happens to me all the time during the week. I'm also the light, and I have times when I'm not the light. Right? That's just I'm the dimmer switch. Yes, it's true. I have been the dimmer switch a few times this week. Very well played. Yeah. The thing is that Jesus didn't give us the gift of light. The light was already there. Jesus gave us the knowledge that we have the light in us. Just as electricity already existed before it was discovered and told to us, the law of electricity was there, right? The light is already in us. We just don't know it and see it or want to or choose to admit it half the time. We stand behind like, oh, that's not mine to do. That's someone else's. Someone else can be that. Someone else can be the comforter in this situation. But our gift, our greatest gift from this birth, from this man, this teacher, was our knowledge. If we will accept the gift, and we should all be gracious receivers, right? You don't go and say, oh, Mom, thanks, under the Christmas tree, right? You accept the gift. We are gracious receivers that the light is inside each one of us. I am the light of the world. If you empower yourself with that message, just think for a second. If every single situation you went into, every conversation, every fender bender, every frustration, if you empowered yourself with, oh, wait, I'm okay because I'm the light of the world. Like, I know how to handle this. Even if everyone around me doesn't, I know because I'm the light of the world. I'm not looking elsewhere for it. It's already in me. I've been told this. I've been taught this. Jesus himself shared this message. That to me is the greatest gift that we can give, that we can receive, and that we can give ourselves, accept for ourselves, and that we can give to other people. I am the light of the world. I share my light with you. I am the light of the world. I share my light with you. I am the light of the world. I share my light with you. I am the light of the world. I share my light with you. I am the light of the world. I share my light with you. I am the light of the world. I share my light with you. I am the light of the world. I share my light with you. If there's one gift that I could leave you with, it's that. You are the light of the world. Share your light. Be that light. Own it. Own it. Step into it. And then share it. There's nothing else to do with it once you own it. Your week will change. This week will change for you if you constantly tell that to yourself. I am the light of the world. Oh, got this. And I share my light with this situation. Don't be the victim. Don't be the darkness. And take that dimmer switch off of your light switch. If we could gather together in our circle now, but before you do that, grab a candle from in front of you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. One more time. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. So Ava's going to come up here, and she's going to light her candle from the Christ candle, receiving the gift of light, being the light. And then Ava, as you come back down here, just a reminder for everyone, do not tip a lit candle. Do not tip a lit candle. Only unlit candles tilt toward and take the light from the lit candle, all right? And so on either side of you, Ava, and as you pass the light, keep singing this and make eye contact, make a connection with your person next to you, and tell them, I am the light of the world. Keep those, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. Look around the room. Look at all the light. Own your light. Own it. Share it. And we sing, I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. I am the light of the world, and I share my light with you. And we take that light and we envision peace for the entire world. And peace starts where? In our own hearts. We sing, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. It's the most important words of this song. And now at this time of year, we know that peace in our hearts, just like light in our own hearts, is what we can give. It starts inside. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be light on earth. Let there be light on earth, and let it begin with me. The best way to blow out your candle right now is not to it, but to it with a P. A P. All right, there you go. There you go. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to you wherever you are. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Folks, before you leave this room, one last thing is I have made for you all, thanks to the pushing of Renee, is a CD for you. It has 10 of my songs on it. It's all yours, a gift. All right, so make sure you grab this. It's not fancy. It's just 10 songs I've recorded over the last few years and several of them that I've done here. So please make sure you get, I ask that you take one per household Not one per person, because I only made 25. All right, and thank you to Bill for copying these for me, all right? So, no, the ones you purchased were piano only. These are actually my sung songs. These are all songs that I've written, and so, all right? And since you asked me, you are the first one that gets it. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Do I open this now? Oh, I open this now. Oh, I thought ham and scalloped potatoes were my present, but oh my. Ooh, ooh. Oh, look at this driftwood. No, oh, gorgeous. Oh, thank you all. This is beautiful. This is gorgeous. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Oh, I know what this is. All right, we're going to go back to we're going to do all of this fun stuff back in the fellowship hall with food. All right, but make sure you